welcome to another video. Welcome to my channel. If you've been following me for a while and you look at the sketch on this canvas, you can tell something is up. Well, this is a different style of painting. Today I attempt to do my first naive art painting. Let's go ahead and paint this together, and hopefully, it's a learning experience for me as well. So if you never worked with this style before, let's, maybe you like it, maybe not, I don't know. Alright, so let's go ahead and start. I will list the colors to the left of the screen, and you can see my palette to the right. I'm gonna start with a flat brush and some ultramarine blue, and I will add some Prussian blue and some violet onto the palette, and some white, and maybe some white over here. Alrighty, and I will continuously spray my palette. I'm working with acrylic paint, so it will dry. I'm gonna mix that white with the ultramarine blue, maybe a touch of violet, and we're gonna spray the canvas as well. I'm gonna go ahead, drop a sky over here, some more blue, and cover this part of the canvas. I'm going to add some white in that purple, and we're going to go ahead, drop in some purple to the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead, try to have a smooth transition of colors here, and at the same time preserve my sketch. Alright, now I'm going to pick up some white and mix it with that Prussian blue, and I'm going to go ahead, drop a mountain here, maybe a bit darker. I'm working with the filbert brush. This is probably the extent in which I'm going to work on this mountain. Alright, with that mountain down, I'm gonna start working on these trees over here. For that, I'm gonna use some blue and some white, ultramarine blue that is, and some white. Maybe a touch of that Prussian blue. Let's see what we get. Yeah, so I'm gonna come here and just create impression of, very impressionistically we're gonna paint these trees just like that. And some more here. And make more of that mix. Make another one here. Another one. Now I'm gonna go ahead, pick up some black and some of that Prussian blue and indicate few tree trunks for these things. That's about it. I'm going to pick up some light green and a round brush. I'm just going to come up here and apply some highlight to these trees, to the top of these trees. As you see, there is no perspective with these trees, and very impressionistically done. Now I'm gonna go ahead, pick up some of that ultramarine blue, probably same brush. I'm gonna come here, apply some, let's put that color on the palette. Apply some underpainting for the waterfall here. We're gonna have a waterfall here. And we're gonna have water over here. I'm gonna pick up some darker green, maybe a touch of black, and I'm gonna go ahead and indicate some of these smaller trees, shrubs. Here and there. working with the same colors. Dark green and black, make it a bit darker. I'm gonna pick up some yellow and put it down here. Some of that green mixed in with it. And we're going to come up here and just create some impression of highlights. I'm going to go ahead, just pick up some white, and I'm going to go ahead and create an impression of a waterfall over here. Just going to tap. Some of that blue. Maybe bring in some ultramarine blue just in between. Get some impression of blue in here. I'm gonna go ahead with a flat brush and some of those colors that I have on the palette, maybe some ultramarine blue, maybe some of that Prussian blue. I'm gonna come here and block this area. Maybe a touch of purple as well. Probably should have done this before. Painted those trees, but it's okay. So we're gonna come here and basically same color. I'm gonna block this area. I'm going to pick up some magenta, maybe some raw umber, and I'm going to come up here and paint this tree over here. So I'm going to use the same technique. One on top. We're going to use some black, some of that raw umber, and go ahead, indicate some tree trunks. I'm going to add some red onto my palette, and I'm going to come up here and start working on this tree as well. Maybe even some violet, some purple. I'm going to pick up some of that yellow, some of that magenta, and I'm going to come up here and apply some highlights. Some red and white. We're going to mix in light pink, and I'm going to come up here and apply some highlights to this tree as well. And with some of that raw umber, we're gonna go ahead, give this tree trunk maybe a bit darker on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some of that umber, some of that magenta again, and come here and apply some more base coat for a few more trees here. And I'm gonna paint around my shapes, some leaves and stuff like that over here. Alright, I'm picking up some deep yellow. Maybe add a touch of white to it. Make it a little bit more opaque. And I'm gonna come here and apply some highlights here. And maybe pick up some black and with a liner brush indicate some branches here and there. And with another brush and some of that darker green, I'm just gonna get a blend here. Go ahead and just smooth some areas, fix some areas. I'm probably doing a lot of things wrong over here, but you never know until you try. You know, you never learn until you try. Gotta get out of your comfort zone. For sure, I'm out of my comfort zone right now. I'm way out. I'm gonna pick up a round brush, pick up some light yellow, maybe some white even mixed in with it, and put it right here on the palette. And I'm gonna go ahead and paint some leaves over here. Just huge leaves. With a liner brush and some green and black, I'm gonna apply a few details on these leaves. I'm gonna mix in some blue with some of that yellow and green that we had. Make a different type of green, some white. And I'm going to come here and create impression of some other plants. Some of that darker green. And some lighter green. I'm going to dab into my magenta and red. And I'm going to come here and same idea, just indicate a few more trees and bringing that color over here as well. Create some color harmony. And just block the area. Pick up some of that dark green and black. And block this area as well. And I'm gonna go ahead, same idea, apply some light green. Maybe I switch my brush. Let's see if we can have better luck with this brush. Add a bit more of that green up there. I'm just going to go ahead and blend some of these highlights and the mid-tone. bring in some yellow. Now we're going to let this dry, and I'm going to do a final highlight, and I'm going to show you some of it as much as I can, because I'm not working with oil, I'm working with acrylic, and acrylic oftentimes you have to apply the highlights in multiple layers for it to really shine. Like for example over here, this is dry, I can go over it one more time. As you see, it starts to pop. Same idea on this side. This is dry now, so I can go ahead and apply second coat of highlights. So maybe some of that light green, some white, and we do the same thing for these trees over here. Some additional highlights. I'm just going to go ahead, blend a few. And I'm going to pick up my pink and apply some highlights to these trees as well. Now with the same brush, with the round brush, I'm going to bring in some turquoise, some white, make a lighter color, indication of some trees. And with the filbert brush, I'm just going to go ahead and soften some of these hard edges. Just probably need final highlight as well. One more highlight. I'm going to pick up my ultramarine blue, some white, And we're going to go ahead, create our water. And then bring it in, blend it with the rest of the water. With the same brush, some of that green, yellow, whatever greenish color we had, I'm going to come here and indicate a reflection of these bushes into the water. Maybe a bit darker green. And some over here. And I'm going to pick up my mop brush and just tap and soften some of these reflected colors. I'm going to pick up my palette knife and get some of that white. I'm going to come over here and get some impression of water lines. Maybe a few. Just have to keep it level. Here we go. Now with the same brush, I'm going to pick up some raw umber, maybe a touch of black, make it a bit darker. We're going to come here, indicate some impression of rocks. Just go ahead, block it. Now I'm going to pick up some raw sienna. We're running out of space on the palette. Maybe add some white to it, and we're going to come over here, apply some highlights to these rocks. Some more raw sienna, maybe here, something like that. Very impressionistically painting these things right now. And I'm gonna go ahead, just tap with my blender brush. Few more highlights here and there. This is just raw sienna. Straight out of tube. Maybe we add some orange onto the palette and apply some highlights to this tree as well with some of that orange and make it pop. And go ahead with some raw umber and magenta, make that base color again and just blend it a bit. Fix this tree. Just gonna go ahead, tap, soften some of these areas. And maybe some pink, some white, some more highlights here. Alright, so here and there we're gonna apply some highlights and I'm gonna go ahead and call it finished. And I hope you try it at home. I'm sure you can do a better job. But that's the painting, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I see you hopefully soon with another video. Take care and happy painting. Bye bye.